We're reading The Little Pocket Buddha. I used to read it all the time at work. Really helped me get through the day and helped me not explode. Okay, we're on page 7. Like entrusting yourself to a brave man when greatly afraid, by entrusting yourself to the awakening mind, you will be swiftly liberated, even if you had made appalling errors. Mahima Nikaya. Think about that. Entrusting yourself to the awakened mind. Who do I think's awakened in my life? Mufti Menk, right? I consider him an awakened being. I trust him to guide me, and I trust Allah, right? And his works. So those would be examples of an awakened mind. My mind is getting awakened. I can't trust my mind 100% because I still am impulsive. I haven't really been able to. It takes time to get that off. But I'm sure we can see where the Buddha is coming from. Just as space reaches everywhere without discrimination, just so the Immaculate Element, which is its essential nature, is mind, is present in all. Visuddhi Magga. If you really want freedom, happiness will arise. From happiness will come rapture. When your mind is enraptured, your body is tranquil. When your body is tranquil, you will know bliss. Because you are blissful, your mind will concentrate easily. I call that being in the zone. Like when I'm really into a good book, the whole world disappears. Being concentrated, you will see things as they really are. In so seeing, you will become aware that life is a miracle. Being so aware, you will lose all your attachments. As you cease grasping, so you will be freed. Look at this. Being so aware, when you see the miracle of just life in itself, right? You'll no longer see that $700 jacket as something that you need to constantly try to get and to go into credit card debt for. You're living on a planet, floating around in the universe, and you're able to communicate with people and look into other people's eyes and eat delicious food. Life is a miracle in and of itself, right? Once you see that and really get it, the material stuff isn't as important. You see what I'm saying? Digha Nikaya. The Buddha was instructing his monks. Suppose there is a king who has never heard the sound of a lute. He hears it for the first time and exclaims, "What is that beautiful sound?" His couriers tell him it's the sound of a lute. "Bring me that lute," he orders. But when he is given the lute, he does not know what to do with it. "Take away the lute and just bring me the perfect sound." "But we can't do that, sire. There are many causes for that sound. There are all the parts of the lute, for one thing. The sound is made by the body and the sounding board, the arm, the head, and the strings, and the movement of the musician's fingers." But the king could not understand that an entire system must be in place, and he broke the lute into pieces, saying, "This lute has been deluding and deceiving people for far too long." Monks, we who look at the whole and not just the part, know that we too are systems of interdependence, of feelings, perceptions, thoughts, and consciousness, all interconnected. Investigating in this way, we come to realize that there is no me or mine in any one part, just as a sound does not belong to any one part of the lute. Samyutta Nikaya. Again, when the Buddha talks about consciousness being interconnected, right? When you're on vibing and you're around people who are vibing with you, you were connected, right? There's a beautiful harmony that comes with that, just like the sound of the lute. You need all the components coming together to create that harmony. The Brahmin Dana saw the Buddha sitting under a tree and was impressed by his peaceful air of alertness and his good looks. He asked the Buddha, "Are you a god?" "No, Brahman, I am not a god." "Then an angel?" "No, indeed, Brahman." "A spirit, then?" "No, I am not a spirit." "Then what are you?" "I am awake." Anguttara Nikaya. I like this verse because the Buddha himself did not call himself a god. So a lot of people don't realize that. "How can I tell that you are an enlightened person?" asked Sela, the Brahmin of the Buddha. "I know what should be known," answered the Buddha, "and what should be cultivated, I have cultivated. What should be abandoned, I have let go. In this way, O Brahmin, I am awake." Sutta Nipata. Dang! That's like powerful. You should do the work yourself, for Buddhas only teach the way. Dhammapada. Again, the Buddha isn't the Jesus figure. He's not claiming to be a god or the son of God or any spirit. He's simply trying to help you through guidance. You gotta put in the work though. You see? Wow. Awake and rejoice in watchfulness. Understand the wisdom of the enlightened. By watching keenly and working hard, the wise one may build himself an island which no flood can sweep away. The thoughtless man does not care, but the attentive man looks on wakefulness as his greatest treasure. Meditate, and in your wisdom realize nirvana, the highest happiness. Dhammapada. Look at this. So a thoughtless man, it's true, he's not very attentive, right? He's like, I'm gonna smoke my cigarette, gonna toss it on the ground, drink my soda, throw my can there. He's not seeing all the pollution it's causing, he's just existing, drives his car really fast, doesn't pay attention to pedestrians, just zooming in and out. He's thoughtless. But a watchful person, right? Just like as you watch over a flock of animals, a group of children, watch your store in a good way, not harassing your customers, but observing behavior, right? And also observing your own behavior, your own watchfulness, right? Watching yourself, being awakened, right? This can help you to free you, he is saying. I can agree with that highly. There is freedom from desire and sorrow at the end of the way. The awakened one is free from all fetters. Fetters are a type of chain. And goes beyond life and death. Like a swan that rises from the lake, with his thoughts at peace he moves onward, never looking back. The one who understands the unreality of all things, and who has laid up no store, that one's track is unseen, as of birds in the air. Like a bird in the air, he takes an invisible course, wanting nothing, storing nothing, knowing the emptiness of all things. Dhammapada. Think about that. Freedom from desire, right? When I think of his example of freedom of desire, you could look at somebody driving a Bentley, right? And you're just like, man, wow, look at that Bentley. It's got, 22-inch rims. It's got, ostrich leather seats, whatever. And then when sorrow comes in because you don't have that, you just become, you're pushing your own self down, right? Don't let the people dangle the food in front of you. The type of material food, right? Free yourself. It's beautiful. And when he says the track unseen, it's like that inward compass that you need to guide via your mind, via meditation, looking forward, going through. That is a beautiful way, right? It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. What do you think, family? At the moment of awakening, the Buddha exclaimed, "Wonder of wonders! All living beings are truly enlightened and shine with wisdom and virtue, but because their minds have become deluded and turned inward to the self, they fail to understand this." Now, when he says turn inward to the self, I don't think he means that because meditation is a kind of inward projection that goes kind of outer, right? I think he means in this way, the selfish way, where you're constantly just like me, 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 like that. Kegon Sutra. Such a great text, man. Wonder of wonders. So he's like, when he says, all living beings are truly enlightened, with wisdom and virtue, but through time and distraction and grasping, they bring upon their own suffering, which pushes them off that and clouds them. Wow. Such a fantastic book.